Who shot JR has nothing on the current drama in Dallas. Google it. Micah Parsons wants a new deal, and owner Jerry Jones talked about Dak Prescott missing games after getting paid. Trayvon Diggs has been rehabbing his surgically repaired knee in Florida and was surprised the team docked him $500,000. Seems like every day there's something new. It's our Take Two.
Sometimes it feels like they care more about winning the headlines and the brand than they will actually do winning championships.
He knows what those dynasties in the early 90s were like and how close those guys were. Nobody that I remember, because I played against those teams, and I know how good they were, there weren't guys having press conferences going, well, if they don't want me, then I'll just kind of like play this thing out, professionally, and then, I understand a bit. Like, Micah Parsons shouldn't even be having to come up with those kind of words to be said.
The idea that Trayvon Diggs is standing next to him, chiming in, reminding him of all the other players that are getting paid, it doesn't feel good. It feels like his mind is obviously, Micah was incredibly professional throughout this whole process, and he seems to be a little bit more mature, honestly, handling this thing in a more mature way than Jerry Jones is.
They went through the same thing last year with C.D. Lamb. Did they get him signed? They got him signed. They went through the same thing last year with Dak. You got to pay him. This is ridiculous. They paid him $60 million. So it's July. Was it the 22nd of July? It's a long way to go to week one. You know better than anybody that once we start the season, they're going to get Micah Parsons signed.
That's an excellent suit jacket combo by Mad Dog.
Agreed.
Waiting until the last minute to sign stars is nothing new to the Cowboys. Last season, C.D. Lamb didn't agree to an extension until August 26th. Dak Prescott didn't agree to his deal until after the first game of...
Honestly, yeah, when you go around the league and you see these other teams taking care of their best guys, I see TJ got taken care of, Max got taken care of, Miles got taken care of, and he got 2 years left on his deal, so it's hard to, you see a lot of people around the league getting taken care of. You just, wish you had something like, that same type of energy,
It's hard to not take it personally.
I wouldn't say it's hard not to take it personally when you know how there's a chain of events of something consistently happening over the course of years when you kind of see it before through other players and things. So you don't take it personally when you're like, all right, it's not like I'm getting treated differently than anyone else, So I don't take it personally. I just don't understand.
Hey, you can see the hurt. He's hurt.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
Because you hear him, Ocho. You heard what he said. He said they took care of TJ. They took care of Max. They took care of Miles. Danielle Hunter got a new deal because Danielle Hunter deal was after Max Crosby. Crosby got 35.5. Danielle got 35.6. And then jumped way to 40. And now TJ comes in at 41. And he's like, look at all these guys. I've been consistent. No, I haven't won a defensive player of the year like TJ. I haven't won a defensive player of the year like Myles Garrett. But I've gone to the Pro Bowl every single year. I was a rookie of the year. I've been an all-pro player. So where is, what about the reward for my work? Right. And I said, and he was nicked up. Yeah. And so that's why the product, even nicked up, he still got 12 and a half, 13 sacks. Even nicked. Yeah. He's going out there giving you everything that he possibly can. Yeah. And to have my owner says that about me, look, you can feel any type of way.
Right.
I already know how you feel. I think I know how you feel because you haven't rewarded my play.
Right.
26. I don't want you to pay me for what I've done because I've gone to the Pro Bowls. I've been an All-Pro. I've been Defensive Rookie of the Year. You compensated me for that. Mm-hmm. You holding up is telling me that you doubt that I can continue what I've started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't get Jerry, and some things are not for me to understand, but I don't understand this.
Right. So one thing I thought about, always thinking about this in Micah Parsons' situation, he can take it personal because you've seen Jerry do this to multiple players. He did it to Dak. He did the same thing to C.D. Lamb. He did the same thing to Ezekiel Elliott. You told me multiple stories about situations that have gone on with Emmitt Smith, with Jimmy Johnson. So this is just him in general. Most of the time, when you think about it, an owner like Jerry Jones, obviously the most profitable franchise in sports in general, the Dallas Cowboys, they're starting the helmet.
Not to cut you off, Ocho, I just saw a thing today because the Green Bay Packers are publicly traded because they're shares.
I saw that too.
Every team, all 32 teams, $432.5 million. Mm-hmm. Let me repeat, $432 $32 million. Now, that's what they got from the TV and all the league-wide deals. That's not local TV. That's not local radio. That's not concession. That's not parking. That's not ticket sales. That's not merchandise.
Yeah.
So that's one big stream. They got 6 other buckets that they can pull from. Go ahead, Ocho.
So the Dallas Cowboys, obviously Jerry Jones is into making money. We understand what his bottom line is. Obviously, the bottom line isn't about winning because the NFL is a copycat league. Owners see what other owners do. And if you want to win games, if you want to compete and build a team that can hopefully help you reach the Super Bowl, I mean, you just copy what you see other owners do. But the Philadelphia Eagles is right down the
Jeffrey
street.
Lurie.
It ain't that hard. You see what Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman do every single year. They pay the players. None of their players are None of their players are complaining or sitting on the sideline or holding out or doing interviews, nor are they in front of the camera every chance they get because they have one end goal in mind, just as the players. We coming in trying to get a Super Bowl. It's about business, and their business is about winning. Yep. Jerry didn't think about no winning, man. Jerry is trying to show I'm in control. I'm going to make you wait. The longer I make you wait, the more attention we as a Cowboys team get. He continues to do the same thing each and every year with his star players, and then taking shots at him publicly. It lets me know, it gives me a clearer picture and a clearer indication that he's really not serious about putting a team together that can win.
Look at Kansas City. Kansas City will play their players and they say, you know what? You've been great here. We can't pay you. We're going to put you somewhere. We'll put you somewhere where you can.
Yes.
L'Jarius Sneed. We can't pay you. But what if we were to trade you to somewhere that can trade you?
Yes, sir.
Look at what they did. Look at what they did to Pat Mahomes. They're taking care of Kelsey. They took care of all their receivers until Tyreek priced himself out of Kansas City because they had other things. They knew they had Chris Jones. They just signed Karlaftis.
Yeah.
Look, they're going to have to do something with McDuffie. They Bolton, Trey Smith. They took care of him.
Yeah.
They paid Buckner, the kicker.
Yeah.
Teams that are serious, they get it done.
Hey, it's hard, huh? It's hard because you have an owner who understands the value in the franchise. You have an owner who understands, how do I continue to keep the news on me? How do I continue to keep the news on us? Despite not winning the past 30 years, news cycles continuously talk about 3 teams: the Cowboys, the Lakers, and the Yankees. Whether winning or whether losing, they're always in the news. They're always in the cycle. So Jerry has mastered that in being able to manipulate situations to where the attention is always on them. And he's done it phenomenally. You look at the news today, the news today, watching ESPN, training camp has started. It's 32 teams. We talk about the Cowboys all day. Like, what in the hell is going on? So now I get to the point, well, wait a minute. But Jerry playing mind games with everybody. He's doing it on purpose. He's doing this on purpose.
Oh, Joe, we got a special guest joining us. With his eighth studio album, Emperor's New Clothes, out to mass appeal, featuring Wu-Tang Clan members, Ghostface Killer, Method Man, Inspector Deck, as well as Nas. Here he is, Raekwon. What it do?
Shay Show, what up, fellas?
Skull Nation, hold up. I can't believe I'm saying this, but there's a real chance that Micah Parsons could be walking away from the Cowboys. And guess what? The Minnesota Vikings might be getting ready to make a move. Yeah, you heard that right. Parsons, in purple and gold, the best non-QB in the league, potentially suiting up with us. Let's break this down. Alright, so here's the deal. Micah Parsons just dropped a bomb. He showed up to Cowboys training camp, and I respect him for that, but when he spoke to the media, it was clear he's done playing nice. He literally said, if this is the end, then it's the end. I mean, how do you let a generational pass rusher feel like he might be at the end of his time with your team? Jerry Jones, what are you doing? Parsons has made it crystal clear. He wants to stay. He loves Dallas, but they're dragging their feet. They questioned his durability, they haven't moved in negotiations, and Parsons even said there's no significant progress. Now, here's where it gets personal for Micah. He sees what's going on around the league. TJ Watt, taken care of. Max Crosby, taken care of. Myles Garrett got his bag 2 years before his contract was up. And Parsons, he's sitting there like, yo, do I not deserve the same respect? Spoiler alert, he does. He's only 26 years old and already has 40.5 career sacks in just 3 seasons. And last year, even while missing time with that ankle injury, he still racked up 13 sacks and 82 pressures. That's elite. Now, here's where it gets spicy for us, Vikings fans. Sources around the league are starting to say that the Vikings, yes, our Minnesota Vikings, have quietly shown interest in offering Parsons a mega deal if he hits the market or forces a trade. And get this, word is, Micah might actually be intrigued by the idea of playing in Minnesota. Think about it, a team on the rise. Brian Flores leading one of the most aggressive defenses in the league. We got young dogs in the secondary. Add Micah Parsons to that mix? Dude, that front seven would be lethal. And let's be real, if the Cowboys aren't giving him the love, the Vikings damn sure will. Now, obviously, nothing's official yet, but when a superstar like Parsons says, I gotta take care of my family too, you better believe he's ready to walk away. He said he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, more than the $41 million a year that TJ Watt makes. And honestly, he's got a case. Parsons has been available, dominant, and versatile. He can line up anywhere. The stats, the tape, the impact, it all checks out. Look, as a Vikings fan, I know this might sound like a long shot, but this front office has been aggressive under Kwesi. We went after veterans last year, made smart moves in the draft, and we're trying to win now. If Micah Parsons wants out, and if we got the cap space to make it happen, we gotta shoot our shot. This is a game changer, a franchise-altering move. But now I gotta hear from you, Skull family. Would you want the Vikings to go all in on Micah Parsons? Do you think he'd actually leave Dallas? And more importantly, would he put us over the top as true Super Bowl contenders? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be replying to as many as I can. And if you're loving this kind of breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you never miss a big Vikings update. This has been Victor with Report Vikings. Skull Vikings, let's go get our pass rush king.